What's up, YouTube? Yu-Gi-Oh! X99 here with a deck profile for the Extra Deck Monarch deck that I played at locals yesterday. Kind of just to test it out. I finished the deck yesterday. I did not spend a dime on this deck. I didn't pay any money for this. I traded for everything. So good for me. Can't wait for this deck to get smashed on the list. But anyway, yeah, it was like a free tournament yesterday. They have a free tournament every Friday, and I was like, why not? And it was mostly bad players and like a couple of decent players, and I ended up just smashing everybody because this deck is absolutely ridiculously broken. I didn't even realize until I started playing. I was like, holy shit, this deck does everything. It's so good. This is absolutely the best deck. I know Domain won Nats. Well, Extra Deck is still better. It's the best deck right now, I think. But yeah, so I went undefeated. I smashed everybody. So there was one other undefeated too, but we didn't have time for another round. I got second, sad face, because I was at table 2. But you know, whatever, it happens. But it was a free tournament, so I mean, it was just basically you just play. It doesn't really matter. So yeah, I'll show you the deck. It's exactly the same. I haven't really changed anything yet because I'm lazy as fuck. And I'm super busy. But yeah, 3 Aether. This card is so obnoxious. I played a bunch of mirror matches, and this card is so annoying. I hate this so much. Just first of all, it's quick effect. At least it's quick effect. Should be once per turn, because that was really, really annoying. Because I played against a Domain deck, and I 2-0'd him, but he dragged it out, and I had game 2, and we were in time, and the dude, the judge was getting kind of pissy, and he was sitting there, and all 3 of his Ethers were in the graveyard. He had an Erebus on board, and I had a Monarch and a Shark Fortress and a Domain, so my Monarch would get the plus 800. And he had a Prime in his graveyard and just a bunch of monsters, no spells, and he had a Prime face up in his spell and trap card zone, and he had a lot of cards. He might have had more cards than I did, and I'm sitting there, and he's looking at his cards for 10 minutes. I'm like, bro, and he's my friend, and I'm like, dude, you either have the Twin Twister or you don't. It's over. That game, it's retarded. It's so annoying when people do that. Stop wasting my time. If you don't have it, then go away. I only paid 2 Erebus. But he's actually a good Monarch player. I mean, good Monarch player. The deck isn't that hard to play, but anyway, as you can see, a bum like me can play it pretty well. Yeah, but 2 Erebus, I don't really think you need 3. 2 is perfect. Aether is infinitely superior anyway, so I only got this off a few times. It wasn't super good, really, to be honest. 2 Edia, 1 signed by Hoban, just because when I picked up the core, the structure deck stuff from a friend, and this was the only 2 he had, and I was just okay. But yeah, it's kind of funny, I guess. Pretty random, actually. 2 Edia. Obviously. You know what? I really didn't have a problem drawing this, and there was one game, I think it was against another Domain player, a really shitty Domain player, but, I don't know how you can play that deck badly. It's so disappointed in people. But it was so funny, because I had, my deck was dwindling. I had less than 10 cards and then 4 cards, but I had exactly what I needed. I had 5 cards left, and I still got off Edia, Brilliant Fusion. I still had targets in my deck. It was hilarious. I was just ripping this kid's tits off, no joke. It was Seraphonite, Ultimate, Clearwing, fucking, yeah, you're dead, buddy. 2 Karaz. I know people play 3. I only have 2 right now, but 2 seemed fine. I was testing it a lot, testing with myself a little bit with 3, and like I kept opening it, so I didn't really want to see that. But there was a few times where I wanted a third one. So I'll think about that. 2 red layer. I actually picked up the second one right before the tournament. From the domain player who is annoying. The good domain player. My buddy squashed him. But yeah, this card is ridiculous. It's just a free level 5. Just before you go special summon, boom, 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 you dead. Pretty good. And it's tribute fodder if you need it, I guess. 2 quick draw because Ultimate is broken. I barely ever saw this guy today, or yesterday. So I only summoned Ultimate once in that last match, and it wasn't even like all that necessary. And then 2 Lazuli because 2 is actually relevant. I actually resolved. I got off Brilliant Fusion twice, at least once, maybe twice actually. And then the 1 normal monster. This guy, all right. You don't play Jack Knight. Don't play Dark Witch, don't play whatever. You play this card. This card is amazing. This got me out of like so many bad hands just because like I draw a bunch of spells like in Tenacity and no Monarchs, but then like I draw this guy and he would just like save me. And it was really good. I actually did like I opened like really weird one game. I'll show you in a minute. And I was able to play out of it like because I drew this guy. But like if this was a Jack's Knight, I would have been fucked. I would have lost, but I was able to win. So spells 3 Pantheism because it's the best card like ever. 3 Tenacity, 3 Stormcrafter Monarch, the only foreign card in the deck. 3 Return. Don't look at that one. 1 Domain. This actually was like really good. It came in pretty handy. It's a pretty clutch one-off. 3 Brillies. This card is broken. Seraphinite is Seraphinite doesn't even matter. It's usually just a level 5. But this card is so nice to dump shit in the graveyard. Like dumping Lazuli and the thing, if you just need to like add a card to your hand or something, or you just need a guy, or dumping like Edia and getting something back, it's retarded. Like unbelievable. 2 Twin Twister. This card was really good too. Came in kind of handy a few times because people would be like, I played against one Pendulum guy who was pretty awful, and he goes Scales, and I'm like, not today. He's like, oh, an Upstart that I actually drew this time because like every time I play this at 1, like since I went to 1, like I never draw it, but like I drew it a few times yesterday, and then 3 of the only good trap Like, you only need to play this. Like, you don't need Escalation or anything. Escalation is trash. I didn't even use my side deck, so I'm not even going to bother with that. So, honestly. Actually, you know what? Never mind. I will, actually. Because it's so bad. Alright, this side deck is awful. I'm going to tell you right now. It's awful. And I just kind of randomly threw it together. But I never even sided it because it was a free tournament. But like, I am planning to go to ARG Providence next month, and I would like to take this deck. So, it'll be better for that. But for now, this is just the poop I have. So 3 Max C, because this card's actually good, and a lot of people are actually maining in this deck. But I never like maining hand traps, especially in a deck like this, which you just. Where you're always basically praying to draw into the right card, like top decking a Maxi would be like my worst nightmare in this deck. Like 1 Flying Sea. I'd probably play 2 of this, but I can only find 1 right now. Same thing. The 3rd Twin Twister, the Solemn Brigade. Like I said, I never sided in the free tournament because it's a free tournament and nobody gave a shit. And nobody actually even sided, except one dude. And I was about to side, and that was the only time I even looked in my side deck. And these 3 were just empty sleeves, and I was like, what the fuck? And I was like, oh yeah, there's strikes, but my friend was borrowing them. Like, he gave them back, but I like forgot to put them in. It was borrowing them for Nationals because I didn't go. Because I'm a bum, and I didn't want to drive like a million hours. Chaos Chapel for the mirror match. Like, the last round, the bad domain player was like, starts to side deck against me. He didn't even see any of the cards in my deck, but I sat down and I didn't take out my extra deck just to fuck with him. And then immediately he's like, Monarchs, and I'm like, I can't really, what? No, I don't know. And, like, I just, like, set a card and pass. I bricked so bad, and he kind of went off, and I'm like, all right, you got it. And then he starts fucking side decking, and I'm like, bro, you don't even, like, I was ready to side decent, but I was like, this dude's not worth it. Like, it's a free tournament, Jesus Christ. This, I guess, for Cleat buys, and this just for, because it's good. But yeah, okay, awful side deck. Now for the extra deck, which is pretty relevant. I actually didn't go into the extra deck all that much, to be honest with you. Mostly it was just for this. And the second one came up, like I said, at least once. But mostly just the DT one put in work. I want to get another DT one. I want DT Lizulis too. They're sick. Ultimaya, again, only made this once. Michael for the Ultimaya. Crystal Wing, which I brought this out just, I mean, I went Ultimaya Crystal Wing just like for shits and giggles against this dude. Like, I already had it, but I was just like, you know what, let's fucking kill him, because I had like 2 cards left in my deck, and I'm like, do I really want to overextend? And I'm like, oh, there's 2 cards left. Yes, I do. Why not? And like, this card is so ridiculous. Like, I can't believe how broken this is. And you can bring it out for free. For fucking free. You just drop this, you set a card, and you drop this beefy motherfucker. It's ridiculous. This deck's so stupid. MVP of the extra deck right here. Fail. Shark Fortress. Holy shit. This card is so dumb. Like, a Monarch and this is OTK right here. This is exactly 8,000, because you just activate this, target this attacks twice, boom, 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 game, 8,000. I went into this guy, like, the most. Actually, probably, I want to say I made this as much, if not more, than Seraphonite. But he was really, really good, and they need to make him hollow. Durandal didn't make it. Volk, I made this once, but I don't have a Gaia right now. That's the only card I need for the deck, and I did make this once, and but he was at 28, and I just popped his Monarch for game, and I was just like, I go, Volcasaurus, like, hit your thing for a game, and he's like, is that game? I'm like, yeah, bro, you're at 28. You're like, oh, am I 28? I'm like, oh, because this, and that. He's like, oh, fuck. Yeah, dude, you're dead. Please, didn't make it, didn't make it, didn't make it, didn't make it. I don't even know why this is in here, but like, I guess you can make it with Karaz's, but this should be a Gaia. This is just space. Didn't make it, but yeah, I mean, it wasn't like a huge tournament. It was literally 4 rounds, but yeah, just my experience with the deck so far, I think it's absolutely broken and ridiculous. But I mean, after talking to people, like, as broken as this deck is, like, I think, like, realistically, the only real problem in this deck, maybe Brilliant Fusion, probably Brilliant Fusion, yeah, is a problem card. I kind of would agree with that. But also, this card is bullshit. Like, literally, it should probably go to 1. Like, deadass. Like, as much as, literally, like, okay, I played against this kid. It was a kid. He was playing Cosmo, and of course he was playing it badly. But I swear to God, every single one of his turns, the few he had, because I just ripped his head off, every single time I go, oh, Ether Stormforth, wrecked. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, these 2 cards, like, I can't believe this. Like, this card is dumb, and this card is also dumb, but like, it makes this card like way dumber than it should be, especially in the mirror match, because you don't even need to tribute 2. You can just tribute their Monarch, and it's like unbelievable. Yeah, that card should probably get hit. Brilliant Fusion, I can see that getting hit too, but like, I mean, at least wait till after ARG, because I kind of want to go there. So yeah, ARG Providence. Did I say YCS Providence earlier? I might have. I meant ARG Providence. Next month, I'm definitely going to that. It's not for a while though. I'm like, I think it's like the 20 something, and then like I have to go like back to school right after that. Fuck. Whatever. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Comment, rate, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think, and tell me how broken you think this deck is. Peace.